just want to thank you for being interested in the ministry and watching some of our YouTube videos. I just want to share with you about a new book that'll be out, and it'll be available for pre-order very soon. The title of the book is called The Execution of Jesus Christ, and the subtitle is Touching the Fellowship of His Suffering and Experiencing the Power of His Resurrection. And I'm just going to read to you just a few quick chapter names. One of them is called Take Up Your Cross and Follow Me. Chapter 5 is called The Measurements of Love. Chapter 8, The 5 Wise Virgins. Chapter 11, When You Can No Longer Carry Your Cross. Chapter 13, Arise and Shine. Chapter 15, Living in the Reward of His Suffering. Chapter 18, None Should Perish. Just wanted to share with you just briefly just a couple of the chapter names to just stir up some interest and some curiosity about the book. It's about 158 pages, and the book is really about the suffering of Jesus Christ. And I believe to have any sustainable evangelistic ministry that has a kingdom impact, the revelation of the cross has to be burned into your heart, because everything that Jesus paid for, everything that we receive in the kingdom is because of what He did on the tree. And so the cross is the drawbridge into the kingdom, and the amount of revelation that you have of the cross is the amount of understanding you'll walk with in the kingdom. And so the seed of the kingdom is the life of the king. He's the sower, but He's also the seed who is incorruptible, and who went into the earth and was broken open so that resurrection life can spring forth. And so often Christians want to live with resurrection life and power, but have never died. The Bible says that they that are Christ have crucified themselves, their affections and their lusts. And so often people want to be born again, but the problem is they never die. And so if you want to be born again, then you have to die. And so this book is about the suffering of Christ and what we receive through faith in Him because of His suffering. And I really believe that this book will just drive a stake right in your heart and just bring a fresh gratitude into your life about what Jesus has done. I encourage you to get a hold of it and be a blessing, buy one for someone else. And it's time that the church returns to the simplicity of the gospel and starts preaching Jesus and Him crucified. And if we're going to see kingdom manifestation, then we need to preach what the apostles preached. And if we're going to see the gospel prevail, then we're going to have to preach the real gospel, the authentic gospel, the gospel that grips men by the hearts and causes them to lay down everything and to take up their cross and to follow Jesus. And the last thing I'll leave you with is, what is taking up your cross and following Jesus? Now, the audience that He said that to, many of them died on their own crosses. But taking up your cross, the cross is a symbol of execution and death, but it's also a symbol of forgiveness. Jesus from the cross prayed, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." Taking up the cross is choosing to forgive people who haven't said they're sorry. There's many things in this book that I believe will be a blessing to you, and hopefully you can get your hands on it soon. God bless you, and thanks for your interest.